What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to talk tonight about how my content doesn't go viral, but it makes money. I literally have hit 20 to 35K months posting Instagram content that got 15 likes. Okay? So, you guys may or may not have known, but in the past, I've worked with only fitness and health coaches. We were running Instagram ads. We were hitting these big months and stuff like that. But I was unpassionate and unfulfilled in the way in which we were running our business, and not always working with ideal clients and all that stuff. So I burned it all to the ground and rebuilding it in a way that allows me to actually enjoy my life more. So I have hit those big months, and I've talked about that in other videos before. So I'm not going to talk about that tonight. Tonight, I'm going to talk about how you can still make a lot of money. You can make a crap ton of money without going viral, okay? Because I've done it before. I've done it. I've gotten millions of views for myself and for clients, and I've only made a few $1,000s off of that organically. And then I started using YouTube and Instagram together and using Instagram ads to really blow up and push the right content to the right people. Because the problem is you can get viral videos, but you're not going to get those videos into the eyeballs of the right people, right? Your reach, viral content goes to the wrong people. Viral content that gets like shared and stuff like that, a lot of times it's like funny stuff or memes, or like, think of what you send your friends, right? It's not stuff that's actually going to make you, it's not content that's actually going to make you money. There's viral content, and then there's money making content. And the problem is we get so sucked up into social media, get the views, get the followers, get the likes. Guys, I've made multiple six figures from an Instagram account that has 6,000 followers, right? There's so many people out there who have multiple six figures of followers, and they can barely make $6,000 a month. All right. So I've flipped that on its head, because I'm not focused on my content going viral. I'm focused on my content making money and attracting the right people and attracting the ideal client and attracting people that I would actually want to be friends with, and people that would actually want to pay me money for my knowledge and skills and expertise, and in a way that I can help them as well, right? And so, with all that said, this is how I create money-making content as someone who's made multiple six figures selling my knowledge and skills on social media. If you guys don't know, I write a lot, and I write Instagram posts, and then I make YouTube videos. Sometimes they're just off the riff. Like the last one I did was just 20 minutes of me blabbering to the camera, and super valuable though. Make sure to check that out. And then sometimes I riff off of the bullet points that I've used in my Instagram posts, and then I go in depth in them, and I make YouTube videos. So like this right now. So right now you're either in boat number 1 or boat number 2. Boat number 1 is a canoe. Boat number 2 is a speedboat. Boat number 1, the canoe, is you rowing, doing all this work, right? You've seen I knew a couple guys that were like rowers in college. I didn't even know that was like a sport or a thing, but I found that out. I didn't go to college, but they were rowers in college, and I met them at the gym or through mutual friends, whatever. But they were jacked guys. Why? Because they were rowing all the time. The Vikings, right? I'm 80% Scandinavian. I'm Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish. I'm 80% split between those three. I'm 80%. And guess what? The Scandinavians, the Vikings, they were jacked because they were rowing all the time. They're crossing the oceans, right? And that's what you're doing with your content, where you're just doing you're in the canoe, you're rowing, and you're doing the Gary Vee method, where he's like, just post 17 pieces of content per day across all the channels and platforms. It's like, gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot, right? So like I said, I've done that before. I've gotten millions of views organically. I've done all that stuff. I've gone viral on TikTok. I've gone viral on Facebook. I have gone semi-viral on Instagram, talking like 50 to, actually, no. I've gotten hundreds of thousands of views for client on multiple videos. So anyways, I've done that. I've gone viral on every platform for myself and or for clients in the past. I don't do social media marketing anymore. I just teach it now. But I've done that. I've done the multiple platforms. And here's the thing, is that I've made 90% of the money that I've made has come from me just focusing on Instagram and YouTube, focusing on one long form platform and focusing on one short form platform. And that's what I recommend is Instagram and YouTube. If you are big on TikTok and you prefer TikTok, that's cool too. But you need a long form and you need a short form. But I am just speaking from my experiences, my success, and from the clients that I have worked with and or currently work with and have helped them succeed as well. We're all using Instagram and YouTube. And if you want to learn that strategy like super in depth, I have a free 37-minute masterclass. First link in the description, it'll take you to another one of my YouTube videos, and it's 37 minutes. It'll go in depth into how I do all that. So back to the canoe. You are doing the Gary Vee method. Just post 17 pieces of content across LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. What else? I don't even know. All the platforms, right? I think that's all the main ones. Now, the problem with this is you are just rowing and rowing and rowing. And also, number one, there's two ways of doing this. Is number one, posting the same crap on all the same platforms. So it's like you make one video and then you post that video on Instagram, you post that on TikTok, you post that on Facebook, you post it on LinkedIn, whatever. You post the same video on those platforms. The problem with that is that is not optimized for each individual platform. Like Instagram content looks different than TikTok content, right? And so if you make one piece of content, it doesn't look native on the platform and it doesn't work and you're never gonna blow up and get views anyways. Now, that's the one way. The other way is if you, excuse me. The other way is if you are making it native to each platform, like you have a core video and then you just edit it slightly different or edit it on the Instagram platform and then edit it on the TikTok platform. And then, as you can imagine, that is it sucks up so much of your time and it's very excessive. So it either doesn't work and you're just rowing and you're not going anywhere and you're rowing upstream and you're not moving because you're fighting against the current because you're just posting one video across all the platforms and you're not going with the current, with the trends. You're just posting one video and you just stay stuck. Or you are going with the trends, it just takes up so much time. That's why you have to focus on one long form, one short form, right? I like Instagram and YouTube. Now, what happens with that? You just end up going through the motions and you end up getting really burnt out, you're spinning your wheels, you're not making any progress. Now, the other boat is the speedboat. This is the one that's like, oh, I'm going to blow up, get a bunch of viral reels, and make a bunch of money, right? That's what you think is going to happen because you're in the speedboat. It's supposed to be fast, quick success, right? Well, quick success happens very slowly. Quick success happens under the earth for a long period of time and then pops up very quickly. It's like bamboo, right? I don't remember the exact time frames, but it's like it grows under the earth for like 6 years, branching out its roots, and then in a matter of 6 months, it grows up 90 feet or something like that. And so that's how it realistically should be. It takes time to build the foundations and build that and develop all that. Now, the speedboat, what happens is this is the copy what works strategy. So you see people going viral, you see people, this is where people are like, oh yeah, just research a few people in your niche, research what videos are doing well, and then just copy them and put your own spin on it. The problem is with that is that you sound the same as everybody else. Even if you're spinning it, even if you're putting your authenticity kiss on it, it's still the same crap, guys. Like you just look like everybody else. And then this whole social media becomes this chat GPT world of everybody doing the same vanilla, boring stuff and saying top 3 tips for XYZ. Nobody cares because you're saying the same thing as everybody else and you sound the same as everybody else. And so you literally, quite literally, by copying viral videos, you just become another person on social media saying the same thing. And yeah, it might get views. It might get, copying the viral format so it can't fail. Sure, but if you want to make money, don't do that. That is the worst strategy, okay? So you're either, right now, most of you, 99% of you, are either spinning your wheels in the canoe, not getting anywhere, posting a bunch, or you're copying these viral videos and you are getting views, but you're not original and you're not making any money, okay? And so If you want to know the secret money-making content formula, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in depth at the end. And if you're, a person who doesn't have a long attention span, then you can just skip to the end, but you probably won't succeed anyways. Sorry to tell you, but the smart people, the ones who will succeed in life, this is the important lesson right here. The important lesson is do not burn out. Do not be the canoe. Do not spin your wheels. Do not try to swim up, try to row upstream. Do not do all the crazy manual rowing and labor work. That is insanity. Do not, on the other hand, do not copy everyone else who has a speedboat. Every other rich person on the lake who has a speedboat and thinks they're cool. Do not be that person either. You think it's fast, you think it works, but it doesn't. What I want you to do is I want you to be authentic and attract an audience in awe of you by being a sailboat. Okay? That is the difference here. Don't be a canoe spinning your wheels. Don't be a speedboat being like everybody else. Be the sailboat. The sailboat. When you see a sailboat on the ocean, guys, I lived in California. I just moved to Florida, so actually there's not many sailboats here, but in California there's a lot of sailboats that you would see here and there. That is where your attention goes. Your attention goes to the sailboat because they're rare, they're unique, they're awe-inspiring, they're capturing. The sailboat is incredibly unique. And so you're not just burning yourself out being a canoe. You're not just like everybody else like a speedboat, but you are capturing attention from your authenticity and uniqueness by being a sailboat. I almost said speedboat. By being a sailboat, okay? So that's the lesson that I want you to take away from this. We're going to get into the money-making content formula right now, but if you can take that away from it, you will find success. If you can take that lesson that I just instilled within you and you actually put that to work, you will find success, okay? So now to get a little bit more tactical with the money-making content formula, okay? This is the money-making content formula that I personally use, that I have made multiple six figures online, that I have helped many people hit their first 10K months, hit, six figures. This is what works, okay? First thing is buzzwords. Use the words that your dream clients are thinking about, talking about all the time. What is the thing that your ideal client, your dream client, what are the things that they're wondering about? What are the things that they are talking to their friends and family about? What are the things that are on their mind all the time? These are the buzzwords. So this is how you're going to get their attention, because they're going to be like, oh, he's saying the thing that I have been thinking of all this time. He's confirmed my suspicions. He is whatever. They feel like you understand them by using their buzzwords, by speaking their language, by saying the things that are in their head. And then you have your brand keywords. And this is how you can bring clarity and solutions to the confusion that your dream client is experiencing. I will give you an example that I just used on you, okay? The buzzwords, I said TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, platforms, social media content, viral. These are buzzwords that you're thinking of, right? Make money online, 10K a month, branding, personal brand, all of this stuff, right? These are buzzwords. These are things that you're thinking about in your head. And then my brand keywords, what I did was I cleared it up. I gave you a clear path. I gave you a clear answer and system and path to follow, which is one short form platform, Instagram, one long form platform, YouTube, and then sprinkle some ads on there and make a bunch of money. Okay? I cleared it up for you. I took the confusion of the buzzwords that are in your head, I don't know what to do, and I made it clear for you by giving you the brand keywords and the big ideas that I talk about, right? And so then you have your big ideas, which is your methods, your systems, your frameworks for getting results for your clients. So once again, big ideas that I talk about are like access offers. So, this stuff is all covered in that masterclass. Go watch that masterclass after this, okay? But the big ideas are the systems, methods, frameworks, products that you sell that are the big ideas that help your ideal client, customer, whatever, get their result that they're looking for, right? And so a couple of mine are like the ABC funnel, which is just making funnels super simple because people complicate them and make them stupid complicated. So I just made it very simple. ABC, nothing is simpler than ABC. Access offers. I have 5 main big ideas that I talk about. Once again, check it all out in the masterclass. I'll go over everything because I want to eat and go to bed. I don't have enough time to go over it tonight. It's already 9:08. And then the last 2 in the content formula, and these topics are just things that basically how you use this formula is just you talk about these things, you use these keywords, you use these buzzwords in your content and use these topics, and it will work magic. Okay. And then the other last 2 are the core stories. So it's what are the stories that you tell to overcome their objections and get them emotionally bought into your way of doing things, your system, your method, your frameworks, your way of doing things. So once again, I used that on you. I took all this confusion and I said, look, if you simply do this, right? I'll give you an example. I teach something called access offers. So people are like, should I sell a course? Should I sell a product? Should I sell a low ticket? Should I sell coaching? Should I do done for you? Should I do done with you? There's all these different things, right? And I say, look, just do an access offer, okay? And this is my way of doing things. And a core story that I can tell you of why you should use the access offer is because I had a client that I worked with, wonderful human being. She was selling a $500 course. She could barely get people to pay $200 for it. So she sold a couple at $200, and we changed her course into an access offer and was able to help her charge. Last I knew, she was charging $3,000 to $3,500 instead of $200. So she 15 to 17.5x her price, right? Just by doing an access offer instead of a course. She 15 to 17x her price. So that's why an access offer is so powerful. And so I tell you that core story to get you bought in so that you understand why it's so powerful. And then now you understand why an access offer is so important, right? And then we go into the beliefs and principles. And this is the last part here. This is just who you are as a person. Who do you stand for? What do you believe? What are your dreams and ambitions and desires and goals? And what do you like? What are you interested in? What do you do? What kind of food do you eat? Like, this is just being human, right? And so I always say this, people buy from people, not businesses. And on social media, as online business owners, as entrepreneurs, we have removed the social from media and we just treat it as media because we ruined it, right? And so people are craving real community and attention and connection. And so I want you to put the social back in social media and show who you are as a person, show what you stand for, polarize people, say things that make people mad. Say things that make people upset. Say things that make 50% of the people upset and 50% of the people love you even more. And those 50% of the people that love you even more are now going to be even more likely and inclined to want to buy from you, to want to work with you because you are similar to them. And the 50% of the people that didn't like you and they leave anyway, they were never going to buy from you anyway, so it doesn't matter, and you end up with a net positive overall. Guys, there is literally no downside to doing this. No downside to doing this. So I think that's a good place to end it for tonight. Check out the masterclass down below. I'm going to go eat some oranges and maybe some raw yogurt and raw honey. See what I did there? I just polarized you. I just told you about what I eat and gave you a little bit of insights in my belief system, and that I eat raw dairy and organic oranges, and I don't like the healthcare system, and I don't trust doctors, and I haven't been to the doctor since I was like 16, and I don't trust the government and the doctors, and they want to keep you sick so that they can keep making money off of you. Right? So see, now some of you guys don't like me anymore, and that's cool because you're never going to want to work with me anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? But the people who were interested in working with me are now even more interested in working with me because you connect with me as a person. And that's why it's so important. So check out the masterclass down below, 37-minute free masterclass. I'll take you to another one of my YouTube videos, and I will see you tomorrow.